Hey guys, it's me. I am the hottest mess, and it's okay. I have literally ugly cried for about 24 hours now, and I woke up today and I feel like a truck hit me, and I have not worn mascara in 2 days, and I'm not showering today. I am not doing anything but maybe organizing my house a little bit because it became a bomb shelter when we started homeschooling. Is anyone else's house like literally fallen down in the last week? I have no grip on my home right now. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I dropped my baby off and he's officially a college kid and he's so excited, and we're so excited for him, and his place is awesome, and he's gonna be a light for this world now. He's now the world's. So it was just a really emotional day, and I've spent all morning crying again. I'm not going near his bedroom. So I just have to keep busy today. But I did my podcast this morning, and I know that this is on a separate whatever because I couldn't do the video with it, but I wanted to reach out and ask everybody if they could possibly go onto my YouTube channel, where you are now, if you're watching this probably, because I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and just click subscribe for me so that I have an idea, because this fall I have some cool plans to try to get my podcast out there, and the YouTube channel has helped a little bit with visual funny videos. We have a really, really funny thing coming up this week that anyone in their late 30s or 40s is going to crack up probably. It's Ratchet, like anything we do, but it's actually a reenactment of 90210's intros. And my favorite thing ever is to do no point things, that are things with no point. And my kids were like, this is so what? Like the older kids. And then the middle kids were like, they didn't care. And then the little kids were clueless. They were just like thinking we were doing something fun. But anyway, that's next. But in the meantime, I want to do some cool giveaways this fall around Thanksgiving and then again at Christmas. So I have some ideas, but I need to do it through my YouTube and not through my podcast. So if you don't mind clicking subscribe so it can come to you and so that I can possibly get and see, that would be awesome. And it takes 2 seconds. It's not dramatic, because I wouldn't ask you to do anything that's going to take from your weekend. That's going to take like searching in Google and all that stuff. But on my podcast this week, if you're not going to tune in, it's basically just random babbling because I'm delirious. COVID is on my last nerve. And listen, if you know me, you know, I am not about, like, if you called me and said all your kids have to live with you forever, I'm like that psycho person that would be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So this has nothing to do with homeschooling, even though homeschooling was very interesting and super a lot of work this week. I am one that loves having my kids home. So it's not about that. It's about just the frustration. I know everyone has their opinion, and some of you are all about, social distancing and masks and all that. And I get it. And I wear my mask and I social distance. What frustrates the heck out of me is the fact that everybody isn't the same. The fact that this week, I think I'm more mad about COVID because of the sports. And again, it's okay if you don't agree with me, but a million communities around me are having sports, okay? And their kids are allowed to do it. And my kids I have high schoolers, middle schoolers, I have, every age, but especially as they get older, they really need this. They really need this. And some of them are banking on money for school for this, and they're seniors or juniors. This is going to affect their entire future. And what frustrates me isn't that you can't play sports. It's that some kids can and some can't. And that makes me irate. And of course, it makes me even more irate because my kids are part of the ones that can't play the sport. So I really think that frustration, people are on both sides. Everyone needs to stay indoors and not ever come out. And then other people are like, we need to start society again. I think it's sad that the huge businesses are doing great. And once again, the small businesses are affected. And, you have these people that think they're letting down their great-great-great-grandfather because they have to finally close their doors because we are the ones that aren't being able to, have. But then you see, and then you watch the news and you get insane because you see Nancy Pelosi at the hair salon, and then you see the Dr. Fauci in an arena somewhere, unless it was a rigged picture, without a mask, with all his friends. Like, it's so annoying and irritating. But when you steer clear of the news, which is what I try to mostly do, unless I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and then I tune in and then I wish I never did, is the inconsistency everywhere. It's today you hear something that was different than last night, that's different than, and I'm not talking about what we've learned about COVID. Of course those things, but people are shocked there's more cases. Well, there's more testing now. Of course there's more cases. That doesn't even make any sense. Yes, there's more cases because you're testing kids and you're testing adults and you're testing the elderly. But let me tell you this, not everybody's gonna die. And I understand that we need to wear masks and be but why isn't it all yellow, all green, or all red? If you're saying that somebody 15 miles from me can play football, but my kids can't, then I don't understand. Aren't we going to meet them in our local Target? They go to their moms shop at the same stores as me. So one of us isn't going to get infected and one is. Well, then I'm still at the store with them. I don't understand. I don't. And everyone I know gets so crazy and so upset. I have a friend that doesn't have a nanny. She doesn't have a babysitter that wants to come over and watch kids right now. And she was denied her prenatal care because she had to bring her two little guys in with her. That's just wrong. I mean, I don't care what scenario. We need to work with everybody's scenarios. And if we are letting some kids play football and some not, and they're not even, and it's not even a story, so don't come to me and say, well, they live in Michigan where there's 0%, and I'm just making up a state. And you live in Pennsylvania where the numbers are, we're not talking about that even, which I don't even know if I agree with that. I have watched reputable shows. I have read reputable numbers. I know this is a serious virus. I know it has death and it has consequence. But at this point, so does kids being in a house for almost a year, not almost a year, but 6 months. Mental health issues, the suicide rates that we're watching just go crazy. The freaking rates of depression, the rates of, how about just how sick we're all going to be next year from not having germs for a year? I mean, if this keeps going on and we don't have someone spit on our cheek or shake a hand, I mean, there's so many other things that on top of this we have to be thinking about. And I know everyone that agrees with the social distancing and that no, you cannot, but you're allowing people to go buy plants to do their gardens at Lowe's. And you're allowing me, if I want, to go to Target and shop for curtains. And that sure as heck isn't mandatory. Sorry, I'm outside and my husband's doing the swing set. Or moving a tray. Jeez. But there's not even consistency in what's priority. I'm over my soapbox, but after this week's sports decision, now I'm kind of annoyed and angry. I was fine with just the whole COVID thing. And again, I have a child with special needs. So I understand that we need to be responsible for people that have, if the next thing you're going to come at me with is, people that are, no, I totally get that. And I think those people are doing the right thing by staying in. And I think that we all need to do our parts. But my point is that if Steven in the town next door is allowed to play football, it doesn't make sense when and I know, here we go again. Well, those are your representatives. They're the ones making the choices. Right, but why doesn't any of it make sense? Why isn't anything consistent? It's just everything I hear is different the next day. The numbers, we have the media that's trying to always scare the crap out of us with every single thing they say. They always have been like that, so they're not different now. And then you see numbers that are like nothing like it. And I just think we need to get sort of more of a grip. And I don't mean to cause people to, tell me I'm not being cautious enough, because we've not ever not worn a mask, and my son has not been out since March to stores and those types of things. I am doing my part, but I'm just venting that I'm really frustrated. And I think the sports decision is disgusting and annoying and ridiculous, and it makes me really mad. On that note, I am decorating for fall today, as well as cleaning out some bedrooms that look like a bomb went off. I need to get my house back in order, and decorating I think is going to help my little spirit. I mentioned it last week. I think it would be a good idea for us to all kind of do different things in 2020 to get through this COVID, and I think decorating for our seasons earlier than normal would help our mojo. And didn't lighting your candle, if any of you did that this week before you started homeschooling, it helped. I can't even. It was amazing. And last night I got my FabFitFun box, and it was my biggest box yet because I added some stuff. Oh my gosh, guys, I got so many cool things. I think I got when I looked through the book and it shows how much stuff is, over $300 worth of product for $39.99. But then I did add a couple extra things, so it probably was a little bit more than that. You have to try it. It's like Christmas for a mom on the front doorstep four times a year. It only comes 4 times a year, but I will be a spokesperson for them if they ever asked me. I did a video, last season of me opening my first FabFitFun. It was the most exciting thing. I think there's something to be said if a mom gets a box that's just for her. Can you even handle it? And one of the things last night I got was this spray of essential oils, and you spray it and it makes you relaxed and be able to fall asleep. And so I sprayed all my kids last night, and then after I read that you were supposed to spray your pillows. So, but everyone's okay. I sprayed myself 4 times. I am delirious today. Maybe that's part of the reason. No, all of the reason was yesterday. Oh my gosh, my baby's gone. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to touch base and vent about COVID, tell you to decorate for fall, tell you rock on moms for last week, however you did. If you sucked, it's okay. I sort of sucked a little bit, but then other times I was cool. So, but like I said, when I had that big long table, I have to readjust seating. We have to change seats. We have to move. Remember how exciting that was when you were in school and you came in and your teacher rearranged the chairs? Oh my gosh, stop. I remember being so excited, especially if you got to sit next to who you had a crush on. It's like, ah. But anyway, I just want to say that you did awesome, even if you think that it was the worst for you ever. And you might have sucked. You really might have, and it's okay. And the teachers, God love them. I mean, it's just so much. They work so hard, and they probably work triple hard. I mean, so we just have to hang in there. I got to move kids around because, the Zoom calls, it was out of control. And you think, oh, well, they Zoom call and they have the earphone. No, because they still have to unmute and talk. And then it was always the same times, and then people got frustrated. So I got to figure all that out too. But there's no time to figure that out right now. I just need to organize and I don't know. Just enjoy my weekend and relax. So you guys do that too. If you have any ideas for my giveaways, I'm gonna probably do my first one in November. So let me know. I think wine is gonna be part of it. So again, please go on and subscribe to Party of 13. You'll see we only have 5 or 6 videos so far. Like I said, we just started this summer, so I'm getting into some cool ideas, and I really want it to start being interactive. So I appreciate all of your support and love. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Rock it, light your candles, decorate your house, and pour some wine. All right? Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in to me and Party of 13.